Hello, and welcome. This is Niagara the Deep, where a local travel writer reveals the real Niagara, beyond the postcards and the crowds. Not the Niagara you've heard about, but the Niagara that's lived, felt, and remembered. Shall we begin? Falling water, drifting mist, a rainbow in the air, a lone boat below. This is the Niagara most of us know. But Nikola Tesla, the figure behind this statue, was looking beyond the spectacle. Where others saw only thunder and spray, he envisioned electricity, illumination, the beginning of an age powered by water. In 1895, Niagara's falling water changed form. It became electricity, traveling miles beyond the falls, lighting cities far away. Long-distance power transmission, once a fantasy, was proven possible here. Welcome to Niagara the Deep. Today, we enter the Niagara as Tesla envisioned it, behind the waterfall, into a hidden factory of light, where imagination became reality. To most visitors, Niagara is a 1 or 2 day stop, something to see and move on from. But living here taught me something else. Niagara is the story of power, energy so vast it changed the city and the lives within it. This building behind me is the Niagara Power Station, Canada's first major hydroelectric plant on this side. Today, it has been reborn as the Niagara Parks Power Station, an immersive heritage site where the past still hums with energy. There's a story worth telling. It begins in 1884, when a young Nikola Tesla was working for Thomas Edison's company. Edison's direct current generators were unreliable. They broke down often and ran inefficiently. So Edison made Tesla an offer. Fix these machines perfectly, and I'll give you a bonus of $50,000. In today's money, that would be worth tens of millions. Tesla worked for months, sleeping little, redesigning the system from the ground up. He delivered 24 new designs, and the company made a fortune. When Tesla asked for the promised payment, Edison laughed and said, "Tesla, you don't understand American humor." Humiliated, Tesla resigned on the spot. And that moment marked the beginning of one of history's greatest rivalries, a clash between two geniuses and two very different visions of the future. On one side stood Thomas Edison, already a powerful industrialist. On the other was Nikola Tesla, dismissed by many as an eccentric dreamer. And yet, the alternating current hydroelectric project that began here in Niagara ultimately tipped the scales in Tesla's favor. Electricity generated here flowed tens of kilometers away, all the way to Buffalo, and the world began to light its nights the Tesla way. For Tesla, progress was not about conquering nature, but about cooperating with its rhythm, listening to its flow, breathing with it. When these massive machines first came to life, their vibration was more than mechanical noise. It must have sounded like the beginning of a new age. This tunnel belongs to the Niagara Power Station, a corridor born from collaboration between human ingenuity and natural force. Water spins the turbines. Turbines awaken the generators, and generators send electricity outward, illuminating cities and industries beyond the falls. There are landscapes you can only meet by descending deeper, and when the darkness finally opens, the hidden face of the waterfall appears, quiet, powerful, and profoundly moving, far removed from the spectacle seen from above. On a night in mid-November 1896, the people of Buffalo stood at their windows, speechless. Almost overnight, streets, homes, and factories lit up at once, a sight no one had ever witnessed before. For the first time, alternating current generated in Niagara was transmitted commercially across nearly 40 kilometers to Buffalo. And with that, the city entered a new era, one where night no longer depended on candlelight to survive. That night, Nikola Tesla may not have stood on a grand stage of celebration. He may have been watching quietly as his vision of alternating current became reality, transforming the darkness of a city and changing the night forever. The man who tamed Niagara's immense flow, Nikola Tesla. We remember him as the wizard of electricity. But in the end, his closest companion was not electricity at all. In his later years, the only being he truly opened his heart to was a single pigeon that flew to his window. A man who lived so far ahead of his time was never fully understood by anyone around him. With the same hands that once set Niagara's massive turbines in motion, he gently tended to the broken wing of an injured bird. Perhaps what Tesla truly wanted was not the power to rule the world, but one warm gaze that could see him exactly as he was. A century later, the infrastructures of the past are being reborn through contemporary art, transformed into immersive experiences like reflow. Because what is old is never merely outdated, it returns with a deeper story to tell. The Niagara Power Station turned a waterfall into the beating heart of a city and its industries. At the same time, it stands as one of the living sites where Nikola Tesla's alternating current revolution took physical form, in steel, turbines, and machines, marking a pivotal chapter in the history of human electricity. A century later, the infrastructures of the past are being reborn through contemporary art, transformed into immersive experiences like reflow. Because what is old is never merely outdated, it returns with a deeper story to tell. The Niagara Power Station turned a waterfall into the beating heart of a city and its industries. At the same time, it stands as one of the living sites where Nikola Tesla's alternating current revolution took physical form, in steel, turbines, and machines, marking a pivotal chapter in the history of human electricity. Today, we turn the first page of Niagara's deeper story. If you ever come to Niagara, walk through the power station and its underground tunnels. Feel the imagination and the limits of humanity as it learned to tame a mighty waterfall and transform it into energy. And if you want Niagara to become not just a place you visit once, but a place that keeps returning to your thoughts, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. This is Niagara the Deep. You have to go deep to truly see.